All right. I think I found her. She is there. Welcome back to the Erskin Music Show.
I hadn't gone anywhere.
All right.
Excuse me.
Well, that was user error. That was me. I've got so much stuff on the pitch deck that you had slid down to the bottom of the pitch deck.
Okay.
So I apologize for that. All right. All right. Folks want to know. What it's like being married to a international music superstar, minister, father, husband of the year, and all those different things. So you just give a quick just overview of what your life is like.
A quick overview of what my life is like.
My life be like, ooh,
My
Let's
life
do
is
that.
just it's hard to do a quick overview because there's no excuse me, there's no consistency. There's no this is what my life is like. Every day is a new choose your own adventure book for us. So
Okay. Good to know. Good to hear. I
want
told
more
you.
details than that.
She's a woman of few words. That's why I married her. Somebody's gonna be talking all the time. It gonna be me. All right. So the people got Kelly so butthurt when the kicker from the Kansas City Chiefs was talking about his honoring of his wife and then positing the competing idea that maybe what these women are listening to in the trash nonsense culture that keeps giving them an increased ideation of what femininity is and what the woman's perspective in life should be and pursuit in life should be. He posits this bomb that he puts into his commencement speech that is actually one of your greatest joys is going to be the raising of kids and having a family and supporting your husband. Revolutionary idea. And so people are butt hurt to the max about him saying this at a commencement speech because after all, there's young girls that are hearing this and people that may actually go out and do this in their lives and may actually champion this in their lives. And so let me just show a portion of what I'm talking about there. And maybe you've seen it. I said this to you a couple of weeks ago, but I just wanted to revisit it and have a short discussion about this because you're a woman of few words and your actions speak louder than your words.
Bucker. Okay, this is for his graduation speech at Benedictine College, where he basically told the women graduates there, congratulations on your degree. Now go be a wife, support your man, and have babies.
Because I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now about to cross this stage and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world. I can tell you that my beautiful wife, Isabel, would be the first to say that her life truly started when she began living her vocation as a wife and as a mother. I'm on this stage today and able to be the man I am because I have a wife who leans into her vocation.
All right. He goes on to say some more stuff.
Okay. So, as you can imagine,
Women are butthurt by that. People in society, in our society of people who want to be offended, there are people who are offended for the people who are offended by the people who are offended for the people who are offended out there. And since I have you on the show today, in just a few moments, your reaction to any of that?
I have a couple of different reactions to that. There's a part of me that completely embraces what he says, because for me, there's no doubt that being a wife and a mom is my greatest desire. It is my greatest fulfillment. It is. Who is saying hi to me? Blockhead is saying hi to me.
Yeah, he said hello.
Hi.
He wants at you.
So I can see that. And okay, here's some of my thoughts. This NFL player should have the freedom to express these views. He was stating his experience, his understanding, what he loves, what he's proud of. It's perfectly okay for people to disagree with it. I really do believe that. I connect with what he's saying because that is what has been the biggest blessing in my life, being a wife and a mom. And that's really what I've always wanted to be, as a wife and a mom. Um,
And you've done extremely well.
I do think there are wonderful wives and moms that are career women. I feel that fully as well. And so, could he have been a little more careful and also encouraged women who are wanting to be career women? He probably could have, because there's nothing less honoring about a woman who is a wife and a mom and a career woman. I know some who are precious, beautiful mamas, lovely wives and career women. And her and her husband, they have, you know what I mean, set up what works best for their family. And so it doesn't have to be one or the other. But the problem is, in our society, it is not. It has seemed as demeaning to tell somebody to be a wife and a mom. And so that's where the rub is.
Here's the name, and I want to make sure that you said all the words that you were going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the rub. It's not a name that I thought that I would not be mentioning on this show, but I'm going to mention it. And I didn't have the clip, but you know who actually said some of the things that are similar to what you just said? Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, yeah?
Whoopi, as liberal as the day is long, Goldberg, basically got on The View and said, look, while everybody's melting down over what it is that he said, he should have the right to say what he wants to say.
Mm-hmm.
We have the right to say what it is that we believe and what we think is right. He has the right to say what it is that he should be able to say.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, and Whoopi was very articulate about this. She said, to try to cancel a man's career and try to punish someone for exercising their First Amendment right, which is freedom of speech, is absolutely ludicrous. And I don't know if she actually used that particular terminology, but she said it's wrong. If we want just scales, we want to be able to say what it is that we believe and how we believe society should be ordered and what we think about things in society. He should be able to say what it is that he's able to say in the context that he says it. And there shouldn't be people who are like, hey, we've got to cancel The View. Hey, we've got to end their career. Hey, we've got to do terrible things to them because of what it is that we say. He should be afforded the same right. And I thought, God, what happened?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Whoopi Goldberg. Now, let me go a little step farther than this. The Catholicism aside, because I do think that that does factor into one's exercise of their faith with regards to this. I'm going to go on record. Can we stand back? My sound effects are gone here. Can we stand back and stand by and just say that God created women with a unique biological design that is designed for the bearing of children, bringing of children into this world. God has designed women with innate capabilities in nurturing that are very vitally important for the nurturing and upbringing of children. God has both biologically designed, and that's why I make careful pains on this show, Kelly, to make a distinction between men, grown-ass men, and women. But be assured of the fact that God knew what it was that he was doing when he was designing women, and whatever gender confusion people have out there, God knew what gender you should be and how you could best live in that gender and flourish in that gender. Let me be clear about the fact that God knew what he was doing when he put a family together with a husband and a wife, a man and a woman. And let me be clear about the fact also that that is the best expression, because God knew what the best expression of society, culture, security, growth, strength, identity, understanding, mental health, and you can add a panoply of things to that list because God knew what was best. Now, we live in a fallen world, Kelly. As we see the effects of fallenness and how that is related to sometimes mothers have to go and work outside the home. I totally get it. And I totally respect it. And I was raised by a single mother. I was a latchkey kid in Austin, Texas. I totally get it and I respect it. But that is an evidence of a fallen world. Where the hell is the man? We know that people live in a society in which sometimes they will abort babies. They will kill children because their precious career is more important than those children. Now, do I believe that that's absolutely wrong-headed? Absolutely. It's murder. But we live in a fallen world in which that inclination could come to someone who believes such lies. And so, Kelly, I think that if we had just scales, if we had a just argument, like you were talking about, where, look, women who are career women, that is something that the society recognizes, but women who also recognize and the value of their family and their home and serving their husband is also recognized. If that was a conversation that we could have, that's one thing. But you know how one-sided that conversation is. People think that you're trash, Kelly, because you have chosen, instead of making $100,000, which you could easily do, you've chosen to raise kids and foster kids and sacrifice many, many things so that I could continue to move forward. Your comments.